Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Um, what do I have to talk about today? I'm gonna miss this Saturday's stream. I think I've already marked it as canceled on the Twitch calendar. I am pet sitting for my mother, and I was originally planning on hopping home for a few hours to do the stream, but it is currently a winter wonderland outside, so I'm going to minimize my driving this weekend. So no stream on Saturday. Other than that, I don't think there's anything special to talk about. No new offline follows. And yeah, so we can dive right into things. Okay. So last time we got intermetallics kind of sort of started. And they're kind of sort of running, but obviously we're not actually piping in any of the resources that they need. So this is going to be the first thing we need to do today is start getting more things into this. And I think I probably also need to have maybe I should move this back a little bit, and then I can put in a chest here to store some duralumin, or fork off the duralumin. I'm not sure which, just so that I can have duralumin available and not be always pushing it all into intermetallics. So that's kind of the thoughts there. But first thing is just getting this fed with everything that needs to feed it. I wonder... Kind of wish I had done Nextlet over here now, because it's on the opposite side of the base. It's not, I mean, it's not the worst belt in the world to drag across, but... Okay. Let's start at duralumin. Let's get aluminum pulled over, because aluminum is easy. And, yeah, we'll go from there and kind of get this all populated. I guess I need buffer chests for everything, don't I? Everything here I'm going to want to split out. Right? We're going to need some vitrolloy. We're going to need some of this iron Nextlet antimony. So, yeah, maybe I should redo this with buffer chests, or probably I should redo it with just, like, belts and splitters and stuff instead of direct insertion. That would be the better way to do it. Either way, you know what? Let's do that. I have the space here to kind of do each of these things separately, get all my sort of buffer chests or all my output chests in one place. So let's do that. Let's take all of this apart down to, like, here. And fuel line in as well. Okay. So, we're going to start with duralumin. That is a... Where's my foundries? Or smelters, rather. Okay. Smelter for duralumin. Has a fuel in on the bottom, sure. It'll have two inputs, that's fine. And it has an output. Its output will go out, straight up, split, We do the same thing here. Four will be the vitroloi. This, basically take this down. There we go. One of our inputs, and we'll have the other inputs coming in on the bottom, right? We'll have like 2 here. This has 4 more. And then this one will be our Nexolite Antimony Special Alloy, which has 3 inputs. And then each of these will also sort of have an output. Yeah. This is better. And then we can limit all of these. And then lastly, these 2 outputs will come over to one more machine. Clear all this out of the way entirely. That will be foundry. Actually, the foundry can go up here, I guess. There's no sense. And then if I take foundry and I plop it like there. That will output directly there. Whoops, that was supposed to be a copy, not a cut. So this makes intermetallics. These all need fuels, that's fine. And then I just need to bring in the fuel line here. Oh, right. Not directly. It's a heater. All right. Up to the heater. Okay. This is a better layout. I'm happier with this than I was with the other thing. Okay. So let's getting the fuel lines on these would be good. Okay. Perfect. Now I just need to get all of my input belts routed to all of these. We're pretty close to titanium, so we could do titanium. And maybe what I actually should do is titanium... upgrade titanium to the new smelting. Yeah, because it does seem like we're going through titanium. So I should upgrade my titanium mine. Or my titanium processing at least. So let's head over to YAFC and figure out titanium. Do I have a titanium tab? No, I haven't done it yet. Okay. See. Nope. Let's try this again, Brandon. What do I need? Titanium grade 3 comes from titanium grade 1. Here we go. Titanium ore, titanium grade 1. Turn that all into grade 3. And then these are mined. One a second is not necessarily what I want here. In fact, let's swap this around. Let's not do the mining. Let's just do titanium ore at minus, I don't know, what's 4 a second? I have no idea how much titanium I'm making right now. So I'm getting 2 ore a second right now. Okay, so basically anything is an upgrade over over what I'm doing right now. So with my 2 ore a second, 0.4. Whereas right now, what am I getting out of it? Directly to titanium plates, 0.2. Okay, so this will nearly double our titanium. And I can increase the number of miners here as well. Maybe switch them to electric miners. Would not be the worst plan in the world. And then we'll have to send this to 2 places, right? One to this caravan outpost, which will run all the way across still to this for making these biosamples. And then the other thing will be a belt that just comes right down to make the vitrolloy. Okay. That's not bad for titanium. I can do that. Yeah, so let's just take this whole thing apart then. Okay. This is all going to be wrong. This is all wrong. I don't want to move this because then I'll have to reconfigure the caravan, so I'm just going to let it keep sitting there. Okay, let's make ourselves... Oh, why can't I make these? I need aluminum. Okay. Let's get some aluminum. Parts. Look, I do need some iron. Okay. That is 8 upgraded mining drills over here. I already have, yeah, power relatively nearby, so that's not a problem. Okay. So this is our, yeah, half a second. So 4 or, whoops. Got to do it at least once every stream. 4 ore a second. Come on. 4 ore a second. Oh, and I just went back to YAFC myself. Into titanium grade 1. The grade 1 goes to grade 3, and the grade 2 goes to grade 1. Goes to grade 3. Nope, nope. That's a duplicate. Okay. Yeah, grade 2 goes to grade 1. It all goes to grade 3. Then the grade 3 becomes plates. The rejects get turned into grade, well, more grade 3. Okay. All right. So this is the whole tree, and then a couple of stone furnaces with raw fiber. So I need 4 automated screeners, 2 jaw crushers, and 1 secondary crusher. All right, all right, all right. Let's get that figured out in our inventory. So I'm going to need another jaw crusher. I'm going to need automated screeners, which need a bunch of steel and iron. All right, let's just start gathering all the stuff we need for all this. Oh, my inventory is getting gnarly, though. Why do I have so much zinc? All right, let's do a little more inventory cleanup. I know I did a bunch of this at the end of last time, but I feel like the inventory cleanup is always an ongoing process. Which of these needs zinc? None of them? None of them. Circuit boards there. Bunch of tailings dust. That goes down here somewhere. All right. I've got a biosample and some jerky. These can go up here. Let's see. Biosample can go in here. Jerky goes in here. Some rock cocoons can go in here. Bunch of sap. Well, that freed up some inventory space. Okay, let's figure out what do I need for another jaw crusher? Steel. I need a bunch of steel. Second jaw crusher. Secondary crusher needs duralumin. Okay. That's exciting. I might have to make some more duralumin. And then the automated screeners need a bunch more steel and a bunch more iron plates. Okay. And while I'm on this side of the map, let's get nickel and nexolite routed off to where they need to be. Because I think I can grab the nexolite here, the nickel here, and send them both off on, like, one belt straight across to where I need both of those resources over here. Because neither of them is anywhere near a full belt of anything. Let's do this the other way. Change my mind. Whoops. And of course, I already have jerky in my inventory again. Okay. Where do I want this to go across? We're looking like... All right, one, I can't find my belt anymore. There it is. Okay. So right around here. This is maybe even a little low. Yeah. More like here? Yeah, more like here. Oh, and I don't have anything researching. Let's keep research going. I'm going to be... Actually, no, we don't want to do this. Let's jump right to melamine and then right to batteries, because then I can think about better circuits. And I wanted to get into circuit network. So let's get all of that done as well. And then rail automation and get CyberSyn unlocked. All right. Ooh, moss farm turds. I haven't even looked into those yet. Okay. Either way, let's moving too quickly for my bots here. How's this line looking? I might need to zigzag it to miss this iron patch, but that's okay. Should make it up, no problems. And then I should have... Here it is. Nickel. Which I probably should be... Do I have better nickel processing yet? Have I even unlocked? No. Just the most basic nickel processing. And I don't get better until... Oh, right after I get logistics science, I get improved. Okay. All right, so this is nickel and nexolite. Once I get the actual nexolite belt fully built. Cool. Okay, here's iron, and yep, it is hitting the iron patch almost directly. If I go up and over the iron patch, I can run right along down here. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect, even. I would go so far as to say that's perfect. So I want to come in at, like, this level. Oh, and I'm going to need a few hundred more belts here. I see nickel, and I see nexolite. Okay, good. Oh, that is a phone call that I need to take. Apologies. I'm going to mute for just a second. Sorry about that. Like I mentioned at the start, I'm dog sitting for my mother this weekend and the weather is terrible, so she was calling me to make sure we were coordinated on travel plans, etc. I lost track of what I was doing. Okay, transport belts. Right, I am... getting... Whoops. Don't want to disconnect that. Okay. So one of these is nickel, which needs to go here, and one of them is nexolite, which needs to go there. Bring it in here and split it. Output will be nickel to the right. Nickel. Okay. Up. Okay. Nickel, nexolite. That's 2 things down and only 6 more to go. The antimony is here. I can do that quickly. Just get that done while I'm thinking about it. I'm actually going to say it's worth doing that, because I suspect I'm going to be pulling a few more belts through here, and may as well just do it the easy way. Need splitters. Always needing splitters. All right, run this down. Okay. That's 2 things. Get some duralumin going for now, because I'm going to need it for... What did I say I need it for? Oh, I need a secondary crusher to finish making... Yes. Oh, I have some duralumin in here. Perfect. Secondary crusher. Back to work on titanium. All right, so looking back at YAFC, first thing is 3 automated screeners to make the titanium grade 1 and grade 2. We've got plenty of space over here, so I am just going to spread things out. Not even worry about it. 3 automated screeners doing titanium grade 1. All right. And each of those needs how much? 3 inserters a building. I should really use yellow inserters more frequently. But until well, part of what this is going to enable is all of these things right here that are chests, where things are being built. I will eventually be able to path all of these out to my new mall and have a trickle of all of those resources, all of these alloys going wherever they are, down here, going to wherever I need my mall to be. Vitraloy needs more duralumin. Duralumin needs more aluminum. Okay, yeah, that'll get hooked up eventually. On the titanium grade 1, we make total of one. Oops. Total of one inserter each of output. That's fine. And then this will be split into grade 1 and the grade 2. Output priority for the titanium grade 2. And then Yafsi says that goes into 2 jaw crushers. Which is one inserter each. And then these are going to be making okay. So here we're going to filter out stone. And then this will just merge our 2 titanium grade 1s. So this is the grade 1. This is stone waste that I will need to figure out what to do with. And then I take the grade 1 and another automated screener. Okay, I don't even need to, like, do anything here. Automated screener. Where's my grade 1? Okay. So the titanium grade 1 gets turned into titanium grade 3 and titanium rejects. And then the titanium rejects go through the secondary crusher. Did I ever build a secondary crusher? Surely I did. Oh no, apparently not. I just thought about it. Fortunately, I think I have some spare copper sitting in the inputs to one of these. Yeah. All right. Secondary crusher. There we go. So this takes titanium grade 3 and the rejects. And then the rejects will go into the secondary crusher, which is doing titanium. Cool. This will be grade 3 titanium, as will this one. And then we're going to have gravel, which I'm going to have to deal with. But which for now, I will throw in a box, as I always do. Same with stone here. I will just throw it in a box. Okay. And then these two... feed into... wow, a whole 2 furnaces. And actually, that's not what I want to do. Let's... oh, is this? Yeah, this loops all the way around in ways that it really doesn't need to. Fill up my inventory with all this fuel, but that's okay. So we're going to take... let's see, between fuel in and the titanium in, yeah, we only need 1 inserter on each. That's fine. All right, let's start getting this powered. So that should be all of that, which should run fine. Oh, this needs to be titanium. Yep. Woohoo! Apparently grade 3 titanium is a thing worth tracking. Alright, now I just need to get this fueled. And my bots are going to be having a field day. Throwing all of this fuel into my inventory. Here, fuel both of those by hand for now. Now, output-wise, this needs to get split. One of them will go off to the alloys, and the other one needs to come down here. Or back underneath. Okay. And that way, this guy can keep bringing titanium off to where it's used for making creatures and other such things. Oh, do I need more than 1 inserter for that? That's going into the automated screener. No, 1 should be enough. And yet... I wonder if this is just because we're moving through the backlog of... oh yeah, we're still moving through this backlog of ore. That's why things are coming through at a higher speed than expected. That's fine. Uh-oh, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah. Everything is full. Okay, well, let's go. We can at least dump a few stacks of titanium. And immediately we're full again. Lovely. Raw coal. Okay, let's get up here. Drop off the stone bricks. Let's drop off a bunch of raw stone. What are you? Antimony. I can drop you off. At wherever that is. Are these even running? No. Why not? Oh, because these are full. Okay. Well, I knew that was going to become a problem eventually. So I'll have to start sorting these things out and getting everything organized for sending gravel to wherever and all this stuff, but and then what's coming in on this side? Oh, that's all plastic, right. Okay. I'm going to call that let's see if I've got the inventory space now for all of this. I do. Okay, good. I still have way too much inventory space being taken up by way too many things that I don't need. But titanium is looking... I mean, it's doing things. This guy's trying to fill up. He'll fill up eventually. I'm going to need a bunch more belts if I'm going to get the titanium routed down to here. So why don't I go get some more belts? Maybe I can drop off some of this other stuff that's in my inventory in the process. Ooh, I have a copper iron belt already. I forgot about that. Maybe I want to take the copper iron belt and fork it alongside the nickel nexolite belt. Because then I can, I mean, I need both iron and I don't need to come over here. I can come over here. I need copper for the duralumin and for the vitrolloy. And then I need iron for the iron nexolite special alloy. Yes. So yeah, I should just bring that iron copper belt over. And then what can I drop off over here? It's one iron ore. A bunch of petri dishes. Petri dishes. Petri dishes. Moss gene samples. That in the output of this. Sand, limestone. Oh, and coke I can actually drop off here. Oh, that's raw coal, not coke. Never mind. Raw coal up here. All right. Oh, and these are running just a little teeny bit, which is fine, except that we're still not getting enough ash throughput. I totally forgot about this broken ash situation. You know what I can do? Instead of taking ash off as one of the balancer outputs here, and in fact, I could probably just get rid of the balancer entirely. I don't think I need it. Okay, instead of a balancer, what we really want... So all of these ones should be relatively even, lane to lane. You know, I don't think I have anything particularly interesting lane-wise, but, like, why not just do this? And then if I do output priority right on each of these, and I guess also input priority right, so that they will prefer to pull from their own side and won't let themselves back up. Let's see if this does what I want it to do. So that should now be always a full belt, basically. Or as much of a full belt as it can send. And then the rest of these... One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8 output lanes. Ah, I have too many input lanes. No, I don't, because one of these isn't a real lane anymore. All of this needs to kind of be rejiggered. Let's... Okay. Let's go ahead and run this through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, whoops. No, this one needs to go first. Four, 5, 6. Okay, so then we have 7 lanes, basically, of ash, with however many lanes coming in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coming into 8. Okay, that's fine, because I know some of these are going to be lower volume. I think this is okay. I don't know, we'll find out, but certainly that big belt balancer blueprint was not sending ash along here, which is what the priority needs to be. What am I doing with the ash from these when this runs? Oh, I'm literally just... Okay, let's get this ash output over here hooked up to the rest of the ash that's somewhere here. I know I have an ash belt. This belt. So let's get the ash from this over to that belt. This looks like pain in the butt. We need to come down to where the syngas is happening. Yeah, not a lot of good options. Okay, let's, actually, this isn't so bad. I can kind of run this right through here. Okay. There is... Whoops. Ash, a little bit more of this ash output being properly routed. I should build more of these, but like we're still not sinking all the fluids, so it doesn't really matter. But that should help a little bit with us making sure that there is at least a little bit of ash going where I need it to go. I never thought that I would be running out of ash, but here we are. I've also got a little bit coming from these guys, but not enough. Yeah, and our wood is, like, offline. That is what I was afraid of. Okay, I need to figure out ash, because wood is broken. All right. I mean, the easiest way is to just keep increasing my power demand, right? Because that'll turn this back on. Maybe that's what I should do, is just keep building out what I'm building out and let the power demand do the rest. Okay, titanium goes into this one. Okay. There is titanium. Oh, I can make a few of these at this point. That's good. That is good to see. Alright, yeah, so this is me dumping as much biomass into that as I can already. I can just burn coal gas into ash. That is true. Blue gas from tar processing. Actually, yeah, aren't I making flue gas down here somewhere? Oh, but I'm processing all this ash. Yeah. And this is pretty low volume anyway, because we're just not using that much hot air. I have a ton of ash down here. These aren't running at the moment, but, like, these are a little bit. Similarly, I have a bunch of ash up here, which I haven't been doing anything with. But again, not actively running. This is another problem. Shale oil's stopped. Which is one of my stone sources. How is stone? You know, I've got some stone coming in still. Not a ton, but it's trying. Oh, boy. Everything is backed up. I did spend a little bit of time in YFC looking at shale oil, and I can actually basically turn it entirely into power right now, using the oil burners. Only a few of them. Yeah, half a dozen oil burners and some DDCs and other things. So and this is for, you know, the absolute worst case of the whole thing running all at once, which we know it's not doing. But that is a different problem. For now, let's finish getting everything hooked up here. Need to bring in iron and copper and aluminum. Let's get aluminum. Aluminum isn't, like, too far away from here in general. How am I sending the plastic bars? Do they go past aluminum? Oh, they do. Okay. You're gonna get mad at me if I start trying to pick this up. Okay, now I should be able to pick this up. Let's go ahead. Route the aluminum. Onto here. And then I can split it down here again. Save a little bit of belt. Left is plastic. And then I could do the same on the antimony belt, actually. Why bother having these be two belts? Aluminum coming along with the antimony. Then I split it here, with the left output priority being the antimony. Antimony oxide. There it is. And then aluminum. I think that'll work. Let's double check all this. Yeah, it's coming through now. That'll get split to the right, go up and over here, and then merge. Yeah, looks fine. I could merge these much sooner. I could redo a bunch of this, in fact, but yeah, that looks fine. Yep. Moving on through, moving on through, moving on through. Yeah, this is gonna work. And then, what is left? This needs iron, this needs copper, and this one needs copper. Yeah, so I need to just bring in the iron and copper belt, which I was saying I should just run, like, in a similar position to this one. So let's grab it, and let's do that. Oops. Does this reach? No. Okay, and then go up here, and we will split output copper plate here. Iron will go right through there and in. Copper go up. Split again. Okay, that should be everything actually feeding into this now, which is awesome. Yep, there's iron and copper going through. Okay. So, that gives me the capabilities to start doing more with all of these alloys. They're all not in large numbers, obviously. You know, only, well, I mean, one of these machines will make quite a bit if given the opportunity. But all of these are capped at, you know, 100. So, you know, I do think you know, we're probably sucking down our whole, you know, we have a reasonably long belt buffer of copper here, and it's, you know, these are also buffered somewhat. But yeah, we're pulling through our copper pretty hard, extending that belt that far. Over here, yeah, this is running. This is going to fill up faster than I would like, but that's okay for now. Ultimately, I'm going to be switching more things to versions of processing that need oxygen. If I can find, like, somewhere in here is iron processing 1, right? And that's yeah, here we go. Molten iron needs oxygen. That's borax. Aluminum, powdered aluminum. No oxygen in the aluminum recipe, but does zinc use oxygen in any of it? No, this is just crushing. Anyway, you get the idea. There's quite a bit of potential for what am I trying to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, trying to burn oxygen. That's right. So I think I will end up eventually electrolyzing more of this, you know, turn this back into more mud and electrolyze it. But for now... Well, and actually, because I did end up having to make this. And this does run every once in a while. So yeah, maybe I should convert this to try to burn more of this as mud and electrolyze it. That could be worthwhile. Okay, let's go through the to-do lists and figure out what is going on with this base and what is left to do right now. So what's it called? Shale oil power. I should just do that. And maybe I'll do that one, like, next, because I think that's a pretty straightforward one to get done. What else do we have? Deal with... Oh, we have... side products of antimony, side products of titanium, side products of nexolite that all need to be dealt with. These are all things that are currently just going into boxes and aren't being processed at all. So we are going to want new mall. New mall is... Here we go, I can add things to that. Okay. This is kind of my personal thing, so it needs to include include all new alloys. You know what? I don't necessarily want to make those sub-to-do items. Let's add them here in the details. So, include all new alloys. Only ashless fuel or fuel-less. Include circuits. And there's probably more that I want to make sure that I do as far as that mall goes, but those are the important ones. Ooh, we're getting ash. Does that mean that stuff over here is running? Not that one. This one? It did run briefly. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much ash we actually need. So 6 ash a second. I did this math and I didn't write it down, so I don't remember. Yeah. The biomass is definitely really more of a recycling recipe. It does not make enough ash for the actual system to run on, which makes sense. God, I am... What a mess. What a mess this whole... this whole base truly is. The spaghetti is absurd. Okay. What matters is this is running. I don't want to worry too much about it. If it's running, I'm happy. I could probably take this ash as well and feed it into... Oof. Not that bad. Yeah, some things are okay. Some things are spaghetti. Everything, whoops, kind of around here where it's pretty dense and where I've had to reroute things is kind of spaghetti, but further out it gets better. Let's see. Where else can I get rid of moss? Do they use moss? Here we go. Yeah. Not you. Okay. These are... I'm gonna delete this better hole sink one. I don't think I'm ever actually gonna do it. So side products from a bunch of the new processing that I just set up need to be routed out. That's mostly crushed or stone and a little bit of gravel. That's not too bad to do. But I don't want to do it right now. So let's oops. Let's flip over to YAFC and look at the yeah, shale oil. Cool. Already have this up. So for our, like, 1 belt maximum of stone and keratin, which is ultimately half a belt of stone. It's not that many machines to get everything processed. So let's, yeah, 6 oil burners, 2 DDCs, a reformer, and 2 retorters. What do I need for oil burners? Oh, intermetallics, of course. And a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so if I want 6 of these, I'm going to need to grab a bunch of intermetallics. Oh! I'm out of fuels? How is this possible that I'm out of fuel, but these aren't running? Middle oil. Carbolic oil. Eh? Oh! Stone is stopped. So we're backed up on carbolic oil and the rest of coal processing has shut down. Okay, so I do need to do this. This isn't just, oh, wouldn't it be nice? This is like, if I don't do this, it's not going to work. All right, what do I need to get this reformer built? A little more copper. Or maybe just some more small parts. Let's grab some more small parts, and then I'll grab some more copper. Hopefully... All right, yep. Reformer. In theory, I could run another retorter. Let's see if I can grab the stuff for that. And a little bit of stone. I probably don't actually need to. I doubt that this thing will ever run at, like, full capacity, but... may as well. Okay, so... one of the things that's going to happen is we're no longer burning any of this. We're going to end up with 2 retorters, and we're going to pull these up here and do the processing a little bit differently. Wait, really? Okay, so if I want 2 of these... okay. So there's the shale oil out. And how many inserters do I need for that? Total of 6 per building. Okay. Then steam will come in, and steam is all going to be provided by the liquid fuels here. So I will have to bootstrap that a little bit with some solid fuel burn, but not a ton. Okay. Next, the shale oil. Right, into the reformer for condensates. Why did I just make another reformer? Ooh, that's kind of gross. Actually, you know what? If I do it like... leave a little bit of space for plumbing. If I put it here... yeah, we take the shale oil in at the top. Instead of this, we do like this kind of thing. And then the steam, well, yeah. Steam comes in here. Perfect. Okay. And then each of these fluids just needs to get burned. And what do I need for oil burners? Oh, a bunch more iron and some gasifiers and some other stuff. All right. Oh, and I need to bring up a bunch of belts, too, because I didn't bring enough. Ooh. Oh, I do have enough belts. Okay. And then the other thing, of course, is I need to be pumping out the shale oil from this up into this system. So I should... be ready for that as well. Make a pump. And... all right. This should pretty much... like I said, I'm going to need to bootstrap this with a little bit of... there's water. There's closer water up here to where I'm going to be boiling all my fluids. Yeah, let's... so... if I don't do the light oil here... 44.2 megawatts. Or if I just burn the light oil. 43.1. Okay, so it is better to split the light oil. That's what I thought. Okay, so I do need the 2 DDCs to do the light oil into aromatics and gasoline. And then I've got a bunch of oil burners to make. Oop, and I don't have what I need for these either. Oh, I just need a bunch of iron. It's always iron. Alright, yeah, let's go make some oil burners. That's... collect some iron, and then I should be able to make... well, I've got some intermetallics, so I can make some of them. And what else are we missing? Oh, I need rubber? Oh, shoot. Oh, this whole plan was predicated on... Okay. Let's see... Wait, which part needs rubber? Is it the gasifier? I'm confused why this thinks it needs rubber. Maybe it's just looking at an alternate recipe for something? Ah, for transport belts. Okay. It wants to use the better transport belt recipe. That makes sense. Okay, so I don't need rubber. That's fine. I was scared for a minute there. There we go. Oil burner. Ooh, that's making a ton of small parts. Stop. Okay, I need to do something about some of this inventory situation. This is not reasonable. Hmm. What else? A bunch of aluminum. And I still have a bunch of zinc. I should be able to drop off more of the titanium from my inventory, too. Oil burner feels like a big milestone, for sure. What are we... Oh, the stone. Yep, I knew this was gonna back up. That's fine. That is a problem for future Brannon. Do we have a little more? A little more. What do I need to be able to get more intermetallics? It's just fuel. Okay, it's just a fuel issue. So once I get condensates unblocked, we should... What is this? Okay, that's 4 of the... What did I say I need in total? 6? 2 for gasoline, 1 for... Yeah. But I could do 4 to start, because I think the ones that need extra, the gasoline and the heavy oil, like, they're not going to be burning full time right? So, because we don't actually have enough aromatics, I don't think, to run them full time. And then 15. Ooh, I'm making pipes. Okay. Couple of stacks of pipes. Yeah. Should be everything I need now to finish this setup. And then I'll just have to bootstrap it with a little bit of steam, but that is fine. Okay. So, coming off, condensates are going to be burned directly. And that is just a single burner for condensates. Yep. And then for heavy oil, well, there will be two, but for now I'm only going to hook one of them up. Heavy oil also gets one burner. Connect those together. The light oil will need to come out. And that goes into 2 DDC. Okay, yeah, this is relatively easy. This is stuff I've done before. Okay, light oil comes up into the 2 DDCs. And then we'll have a burner for gasoline and a burner for aromatics. Ooh. Oops. But I want to actually have a spot for a second one of these. That's right. Okay. So gasoline comes right in the middle. I could probably do like this sort of thing. Yep. Gasoline. And there's a second one for gasoline. That can just be like that. And then one for aromatics. Okay. Second one for gasoline. Second one for heavy oil. Okay. And then this one is aromatics. So that is like... Oop. Out here. Okay. That should do it. And then... Okay. That is all of those bits. And then at the end here, coming off, we have our steam. And then I'll put a steam tank in. Hook up everything. To that. So there's this system. And then the power generation part will be on an overflow valve. That way, power... There will always be a steam buffer here so that this can, like, turn itself back on and keep running, right? We don't want power to suck away all of the steam and then have this lock up. And that's 15 of these things, so... Okay. So I still have 2 more of these that I need to build because I didn't have the resources for them. That's okay. Let's pull in water for this whole system. Oh, I need to put through pipes until I put in my other burners. Okay. So I think now, if I take a regular boiler here, I throw some fuel in it. It's going to take a minute for all of these things to start kind of turning on and running. But yeah, these are going to back up immediately because this should already be full. Yep. Backing up, backing up. I might want a second here. Let's drop down a second. Oh, I didn't need this one to boot, did I? A second bootstrapping boiler. Try to get this to populate a little more quickly. Here we go. And then once this runs, these should turn on. Now we're building up a surplus of steam. Oops, I didn't connect the grids. Okay. All right. I think we're on. Steam is again slowly filling. Working. Yeah, you're gonna run at less than full time. That's expected. I'm very cautious about leaving this. I think it's working. Cool. So that's a very nice improvement here. And then once this goes above 32,000, we should see it start making electricity. Are you? Oh, a big quartz vein. Okay. 21,000. And these should be, yeah, slowly draining as well. Okay, yep, I need to get these other burners on here, because it is being slowed down by those fluids, and that's just because this is all backed up, right? It's trying to drain this shale oil as fast as it possibly can. Okay, let's go, what do I need for 2 more of these? I can... Just iron. Okay. Iron and some more intermetallics. What I could do, I suppose, is set up a top-up valve so that the tanked shale oil is only running when the retorters aren't making it, but not a big deal either way. $20 intermetallics, there we go. So let's get a bunch of iron. Let's see. Have some up here. I haven't really been running this system, so possibly the answer is no. Yeah, not a ton. Ooh, speaking of... This is going to be a problem eventually. I'm going to have to figure out... what needs to be done. Or really, I just need to route all these things out, right? And send them somewhere. Oops. These things. Or probably I need to stop doing all of this smelting here and just route the ores, because that would make a lot more sense. But problem for a different day. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it's kind of true. Oh, it would help if I had actually connected this, huh? All right, there we go. That should be it for this system now. It should just run and make me more power? Question mark? I guess this is probably going to be the most interesting thing I do this episode, so let's just grab a screenshot of that while I'm thinking about it. And then I was saying, let's make this a overflow or a top-up valve. So, O under 80. Okay, and that means that I don't need this pump, I don't think, because that is a pump. And then once these, and there's a lot of carbolic oil in the system to catch up on and burn through. But once these finally oh, I have 2 mods for extra signals. I've got one that gives extra parameters, and then I've got one that is specifically, what is it? Can I see it from here? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Shale virtual signals. This is the one. And this adds a bunch of new numbered signals, the Greek signals, math signs. Whoops. It's specifically designed so that if you're doing like crazy stuff with combinators, you can actually like label your variables and things like that as they flow through the system. At least in theory. But I found it when I was flipping through the mod portal, and I was just like, you know what? Probably at some point I'll end up doing something stupid with combinators, so I may as well have something like that. I think, yeah, my power demand is so low that this is still backing up. I'm not burning through my oil fast enough. Oh. Oh well. It's something. But yeah, these are going to kind of come in bursts as it pulls through a little of this at a time. But what I could do, and probably should do, is route the gasoline and the aromatics out and back to the main. Yep. Back to the main burn anything pipe. I didn't want to add condensates to that because, like, ugh. I'm so close having the burn anything pipe be just gasoline, right? Like, when we look at what's going into the burn anything pipe right now, apparently I disconnected coal gas from the burn anything pipe, so it's never coal gas. Aromatics still go into that, but I'm going to start having more demand for aromatics for things other than plastic soon. Hydrogen, now that I have intermetallics, I can make the ionic upgrader and turn my hydrogen into gasoline. So, like, in the grand scheme of things... Oh, why am I burning coal gas into... Oh, right, I disconnected it because I was backing up on fluids. I remember this now. I forgot I did this. So now I just overflow to ash, and I should actually merge this ash down into whatever ash I need for trees, because trees are probably stopped again. Yeah. But yeah, right now turning coal gas into ash is apparently valuable. So that's a thing that I need to look into fixing. But, like, it's really close to the fuel pipe just being a gasoline pipe, is my point. And by really close, I probably mean another, like, 20 hours, but, like... It's Pyanodons. 20 hours is close. But yeah, I should at least route these two things out, and then heavy oil will eventually get turned into kerosene, right? And kerosene goes into the oil power plant. But it's all, you know, varying degrees of a ways away, right? Oof, that is a lot of ash that was just sitting in these things. Okay. Where is ash, and how do I connect this to it? There's ash. If I can come down... Okay. Seems like gasoline is what Melon intended. Yeah, I'm not sure if even that's a, you know, Melon-specific hard mode thing, or if that's just, like, the way the Pyanodons flow sort of pushes you to begin with. Although I think the hydrogen to gasoline recipe is a... I don't know if that was intended to be one of the recycling recipes or not. Because it doesn't make Coke, which this does. But... I'm probably going to replace this whole setup with, I went through and I redid coal here. This is the process everything as far as I can go right now coal processing setup, which gives me a huge amount of gasoline and syngas and aromatics. And, like, that's just these three things as fuels, basically. This is also a sink for a lot of my hydrogen that I have being made doing various bits of electrolysis. So, like, I want to be pushing the hydrogen up here into this process beforehand. But this is looping all of the coke back into coal gas, right? We're not pulling any coke out with this setup. And I think effectively, you know, we're not pulling any coke out is kind of, you know, when I look at how much coke we are burning here. Here's a question. If I say I want to pull out a belt of coke from this, will it figure itself out and recalculate everything? Oh, it does. Good job. Good job, Yafsi. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I could pull a belt of coke out of this, recycle all the rest, assume that we're getting our steam from other processes at this point. You know, whether that's one of our steam plants, right? So this is what I need to either reconfigure the current coal processing to be, or more realistically, I should just build a new one and then decommission this one. You know, but when I look at, like, because we're doing the coal into tar and coal gas, and turning it all into syngas, which makes a bunch more tar, like, we need 10 tar processing units just doing tar refining bottoms, and that's the wrong thing. So yeah, I think the YAFC, this is, it's going to be big, but it's going to be what I think I want to do. And then, you know, syngas is used for nickel mining, it's used for borax mining, it's used for chromium mining, used for plastic. So, like, I suspect we could largely burn through the syngas, and same with the aromatics, right? Once we have, you know, whatever, more demand for zinc, once we're making, whoops, I didn't actually mean to click on that. You know, once we're making rubber, so we need polybutadiene, aromatics will find uses, right? So my goal is eventually to get everything down to just gasoline. That's the that is the goal. And, you know, 100 gasoline a second is, well, 120 megajoules, or I guess 120 megawatts. Like, that's as much in liquid fuel as my whole base is burning in electricity right now, right? Twice as much in liquid fuel as my whole base is burning in electricity right now. So that'll go to everything, and then I guess overflow to some oil burners, worst case, right? And it'll supplement the electricity from my geothermal and from this solid coal steam plant up here. This thing makes a huge amount of power too. I haven't even turned this on all the way, and it's already, you know, taken over most of my power demand. Like, this runs almost never. So I think that's the plan. I think I need to gather all the buildings that I need for that setup that YAFC showed me there, and get it built. Science has been stalled for a while. Is that just wood? I'm assuming it's wood. Ooh, we don't. Nope, we do have red science. Okay. Okay, yep, it's wood. Yeah, we're not making planter boxes because we don't have wood. Okay. And we don't have wood because we don't have ash because everything is sad. Well, I can at least augment with some of this wood that I've been collecting. This is raw coal stage 1 up here. So just to crushed coal, coal, and coal dust. And I don't even have all the crushers yet. But you can see we've got, well, again, we're backing up on Steam because the base is not pulling anywhere near what it's capable of pulling power-wise. Yeah. Stage 2, I think, is... Yeah, so stage 2 just needs logistics science. And then you get coarse coal, which is ridiculous compared to what I've got going on now. You know, the crushed coal is 6 megajoules. And then when you get to coarse coal, that's even better. But yeah, I think I have a YAFC page for this. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. What's this doing? Yeah, here we go. Here it is. So this is net after ash separation and, you know, using coal dust for whatever, bringing in 3 belts of raw coal, which is what I have going on up there. Gross 110 megawatts and net about 80. So it's not too bad. I'll definitely take it. You know, the goal was really to... I really want to be tearing down this whole setup. Now that it's kind of halted, I think I can. Because this is just burning a bunch of raw coal for no good reason. It's really inefficient, and it makes me sad. So, like, all of this needs to get torn up. And then, you know, this horrible snake of a belt that's pulling raw coal. The raw coal from my coal processing is coming from all the way down here through one of these ridiculous snaky paths because this whole patch got rediverted to power. So, like... Yeah, it's, I need to get rid of this, is what I'm saying. And then probably, instead of having dedicated power up here, I should be running the, well, like I said, I want to run out the gasoline and the aromatics anyway. Maybe condensates. Maybe what I should be doing is running a shale oil pipe back to base from these two things, and then I can move all the rest of this processing down there. Maybe that's what I should have done. Not really sure. But at any rate, oil power is done. Ish. New mall, crushed coal is still work in progress. All the side products on the new, I should do those sooner than later. New coal processing is the bigger project there. That's not really giving me progress, but it definitely feels like it's gonna be necessary to get things moving. And then, yeah, I'm not sure how much gasoline this whole setup right now can produce. Let me find out. Whoops, not that button. Fluids. In the past 10 minutes, what are we making? 1,000 gasoline a minute? Across... Well, that includes shale oil and this. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I do the math now that this is worth it now that I have oil burners, etc. I started building this a while ago before I realized just how many, like, thousands of circuits all these secondary crushers need, and my circuit production was not that big or that stable. So it's possible that turning everything to gasoline and burning it all is the better choice. Yeah. And this is easy to upgrade to coal too, right? I just need to, you know, fork off this belt of, yeah, exactly. I can just add on the extra processing. Because these two that run on coal will just keep running, and then this belt of crushed coal that turns into whatever the next coal stage is. But even still, it's, you know, 80 net megawatts is 80 net megawatts, right? Yeah, red hot coke is going to be a whole thing unto itself. I haven't even looked at coke processing stage 2. Okay, also in green science. Yeah, coal steam to red hot coke. And then, like, flue gas and syngas. Various outlet gases. Yeah. But, like, yeah, 20 coal into however much coke. And then whether you burn that directly or whether you liquefy it and burn the liquids, it's still a huge amount of power. Well, okay. I need more ash. I really did not think that I was going to ever say this, but I need more ash. Yeah, this is still not... just not burning enough shale oil. I'm trying to think of, like, what I can do to just, like, use more electricity, because that's what I need for the ash to start coming through. Well, actually, I could do one thing real quick. Let's build a couple more radars. Let's clean up some of the blind spots I have in my base. Radars are always a good power sink. So, yeah, I need one up like here. And then I think I put one down. It would be nice to be inefficient by choice. Yeah. I mean, it would also be nice, and I could do this with... Oh, I don't need to run this belt or this power all the way over here. If I was busing steam to a central location, which I could be and should be for some things, instead of, you know, having power generation here and here. There's not a lot I could do about the geothermal power generation being its own thing, because the steam is higher temperature. But, like, I could be prioritizing my steam sources, right? And choosing to use top-up valves, etc., when it makes sense to do so. Let's see, where's the nearest... I think this is going to be the nearest power. All right, well, there's a few more megawatts. Oh, and the other thing I could set up that I should really do is, there's really no reason I shouldn't get chromium processing going, and, then I could switch to medium power poles. Because I've got those researched, I just haven't even started doing chromium and making them yet. Chromium ore to chromite, chromite to chromite sand, limestone. Oh, this needs sand castings, and okay. Okay, this is a process. I don't want to start this at this point in today's stream. Alright, well, there's a little more power drain. I think, I don't know what I think. Does this have all of its inputs? Yes. Yes-ish. And yes, okay, so this is just limited by fuel. And this is limited by fuel because... Okay. I'm going to do what I was just saying I should do, and I'm going to move some of the shale oil processing, by which I mean all of the shale oil processing, off-site. Let's take a look at YAFC real quick. So if I just want to make the shale oil, nothing else, And then I use some of that to make steam up here in the oil burner. We're going to link that. And we're going to allow extra production of the shale oil. Okay. So that is just one oil burner burning some of the shale oil. Makes plenty of steam. So we're going to do that. We're going to tear all of this down. Okay. So this is still going to be a top-up valve. So, less than 80. And then we will have a oil burner. Doesn't really matter where. Here. That's not what yeah. Apparently hitting Q on water gets you landfill, not a pump. Okay. So that's that. And then steam will need to come down. Like that. And then from this, we'll have another valve, which is the overflow valve. Whoops. And once again, I didn't flip my thing. That's okay. All right, so this is the newly rejiggered system. So we're just doing shale oil here, and we're using the shale oil to make just enough steam on site to crack it. And then we'll pull the shale oil to the other end, and this way I can put the gasoline and the aromatics in with the gasoline and the aromatics of, like, you know, the rest of my system. Oh. Without having to pull, like, 4 different pipes through. Yeah, down to, like, here. Oh, and of course it's too long. And it becomes too long here. Okay. Okay. So that should fix that. So now I just have to rebuild all those bits of shale oil processing that I had before. I thought that I was fixing that in one direction, and I think I fixed it in the other direction. Let's see. Ah, here we go. That should be what I want now. Then down here, we have that. The reformer. Okay. So we have shale oil in. We'll need to hook up to steam, which I know is around here somewhere. There we go. So now we have the light oil, the heavy oil, and the condensates, and just as before, we just want to burn the heavy oil and the condensates. But now the light oil, well, I'm not going to try to merge them with this workflow just because there's so many pipes around here, but let's get a couple of oil burners. Two for heavy oil, one for condensates. So that's heavy, no, sorry, condensates. So it should just be one for that, sorry. And then that'll be heavy oil. And I need a water input. Oh, out of undergrounds. Okay, water input. All the same thing that I already built, really, just doing it. That's more undergrounds than I wanted to grab. I don't know why I just did that to myself. Okay. And the important thing is that I need to bring this as a steam input to sort of the main steam bus of the base, right? I don't want to be pushing this as like a secondary use. So this all needs to actually go this way. until we find our steam pipe. And then here, we need to figure out what we're doing. So, why can't I make a pump? Oh, I don't have aluminum. Wait, why can't I make a pump? I don't have copper. That's a weird one. Okay. Oh, because I'm making small parts. Whatever. What I want is that it'll use this steam first. And then this will be a top up. This should basically always be running. But actually I'll set this to a higher threshold just because I know I have overflows and things downstream from this. Okay, so we should pump in all of the steam from this now. Yeah, and these aren't getting any fuel because this is backed up on light oil. Right. So now we get these two DDCs, throw them somewhere. Okay. Now... Oh, actually, wanted that one lower. There we go. Bop. 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 Okay. Now the gasoline can go right into this pipe. That is the gasoline pipe. Gasoline. And then the aromatics, I'll need to... get the aromatics hooked up. To the aromatics pipe, which is this one here. Okay, yeah, I want to bring it to like here or here. Could bring it around this side, actually. Neither of those is super ideal, but yeah, maybe to here is best. I've got some space to... Oh, of course, I've got this thing here, so I can't easily run. Don't want to run it on that side. Okay, yep, we're going this way instead. Okay, so this should be everything. You mean fluid ingredient shortage? Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so this now adds to our gasoline and aromatics. Cool. That's better. I think that's a better setup than what I had before. Moving all that stuff down there. Burning shale oil for steam is kind of a waste, but we only need to burn just enough to keep the system moving, so... And then, in theory, this will drain, right? If we're not... if either we're not pushing carbolic oil or we're not pulling stone, these tanks will slowly drain, and eventually I'll be able to reclaim them. Okay, but I think this should make my fuel setup a little more stable. So I guess the last thing to do... Yeah, let's go see if I can make an ionic upgrader and eliminate hydrogen from some of my... eliminate at least some of my hydrogen from some of my fuel usage. What did I come down here for? Small parts. Let's head over to the alloys and see... Oh, hey, stuff is starting to back up over here. That is excellent. Oh, yeah. All right. Ionic upgrader. And then if this works and seems to be working, then I should be able to just start pushing... Where's the hydrogen belt? This is hydrogen. So we're not going to put hydrogen into the fuel at all anymore. Love to see it. Ionic upgrader. Making gasoline from hydrogen, and... Which one does this want? Anthracene. Never remember which one is anthracene and which one is... Okay, this one is anthracene. Okay. So that is that. And then I just need to switch going to the other process and actually hook this up. And then on this side, I just add in a overflow valve. That should pretty much do it. backed up on tar. Tar's backed up on middle oil. Middle oil's backed up on... Okay, we're still backing up on this carbolic oil loop. And I'm not sure why, because this should have demand for shale oil. Nope. Gasoline. What did I... Oh! I'm just bad. I was going to say, we shouldn't be backed up on carbolic, because then we should be pulling fuels from, Okay. And then these are still going to be running, because it's pushing anthracene in. But if I pull in more hydrogen, this will run more frequently. But hey, that is one less thing in the fuel pipe. So the fuel pipe at this end is now just gasoline and aromatics. And I'm pretty excited about that. I think I am still putting hydrogen into the fuel pipe from here, where I make chlorine. Whoa, I'm backed up on batteries. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. What don't we don't have solder. Why don't we have solder? I'm out of tin. Oh, I knew my tin was broken. I saw this the other day that tin was broken, and I said, oh, I'll deal with that later, and then I didn't put it on the to-do list, and now it's still broken. Tin is backed up on ash. I need to fix tin. Lovely. Anyway, this is a nice upgrade, so to speak. It produces less net fuel than making more coke and looping it through the system, but it simplifies the fuel handling pretty significantly. So I'm not too upset about it. And then excess coal gas is still being vented as ash to try to keep some trickle of wood running. I really need to figure out what I want to do for ash for my wood. I guess right now, because I have a few stacks of it, this is not a long-term solution, but this at least keeps some things moving. Then this finished. Okay, so I need to fix tin. Let's put that at the top of the list. Fix tin. Top of the list. Save. I do need to fix all these side products of the antimony, the titanium, and the nexolite. Stuff is going to be backing up. It already is backing up. Let's see. Hydrogen to gasoline. Route. Ah! Route spare hydrogen from other factories into main gasoline. But let's do that after I do the new coal processing. Proof of concept, yes, it works. Of course it works. But we're gonna want all of the ratios here are gonna be different, and I'll be able to burn a lot more of the hydrogen in the new coal setup because I'll be looping more of the coke through the system. So that, yeah, is that. All right, I think I'm gonna call it here. I gotta get a better screenshot of my. Unfortunately, this shale oil setup is not as thumbnailable as the other one. Maybe I'll still use that old screenshot. But shale oil processing done. Intermetallics are running relatively well. I was going to say they're running relatively stably, but I think I'm out of, yeah, my antimony's backed up again because everything's blocked up. So that will be next Tuesday, I guess, is getting this mess unmessed, getting tin running again. Titanium is probably about to back up if it hasn't already. Yep. So all of these things that I said I'm just going to throw down a box and route the belt later. It's time to route the belt later. But I don't want to drag belts around any longer, and I do unfortunately have things to do, so I can't run too late today. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and thank you to anyone watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to see this live, the link to my Twitch is in the description below. There's also a link to my Discord if you want to come say hi there, or I'm active in the Pyanodon's Discord as well. And of course, any thoughts or feelings that you want to leave in the form of YouTube comments are always appreciated by the algorithm. Yep, I think that's it. Like I said at the start, I'm missing Saturday, but I will be back on Tuesday. We will get all that stone routed in. Now that I have all these things crushing stone, I think my stone problems might start going away, which would be a nice thing to see. I might even have to start finding a sink for carbolic oil other than stone. That would be ridiculous. Because, yeah, we've got a lot of stone going through. All right. Cool. Yeah, Tuesday we're going to unblock some things, and we'll go from there. The other thing, is I need to figure out ash. Did I put that on my to-do list? No. Ash for wood? Question mark. Just because as I keep going through and making things more efficient, we're not making ash. But that might happen naturally. Looking at this, yeah, for not quite as much as we need. But that's from mostly turning coal into coal gas and things like that. So, yeah, options. Well, we'll see what it looks like. All right. Before I let myself get distracted and go down a rabbit hole, yeah, Yeah, we're calling it. Thanks once again.